So you want to be a real estate investor. Well, that's awesome. And you got a question. The question that I hear people all the time ask is, Leland, do I need a real estate license? The short answer to that is, it depends. Now I'm going to tell you the benefits and the negatives with having a real estate license. And you can make the decision if you want to do it yourself. But I want to give a quick little caveat. I don't have a real estate license. I never intended to. Well, that's not true. But I don't have a real estate license, and I don't intend in the future of getting one. To be honest, when I was in North Carolina in college, I actually enrolled to get my real estate license. I went through the process. I went through the various courses to study for the exam. About a week before I went to actually do the exam, I was asking the instructor if it was a requirement for me to buy real estate and to be an investor, in order for me to do that, if I had to have a license. And the answer that he gave me changed my life. And this might help you too. The answer he gave me was, no, absolutely not. You don't need that to own real estate. As a matter of fact, there are millions of people, if not tens of millions of people, that own real estate throughout the world, let alone the United States, who have never had a real estate license. Now, I will say that during the pandemic, where interest rates were extremely low and we had a huge spike in inventory, there were a lot of people, especially realtors, who were getting into the market because it was so easy, relatively easy, to go ahead and start buying and selling property. What you'll also notice is post-pandemic, as interest rates have now done the opposite, and as inventory has somewhat changed as far as affordability for people, that for some of those same realtors who were having that payday during the pandemic, that things have changed. You'll see that there are a lot more realtors who are having less transactions. There are mortgage loan officers that are having less transactions. And it's not because of the license, right? So a lot of people think that it's the license that's going to qualify you for success. And I'm here to tell you that that does not qualify you. What qualifies you for success is your ability and your desire to move forward and to take action. When you are in the real estate industry, the two biggest things that you can do is, one, take action and to follow up, right? So take action, that's number one. But number two is to network with other people. You'll be surprised how many people who claim they want to be successful with investing in real estate, you'll be surprised that most of them don't take action. And I'm here to let you know that if you're willing to take action, you can be successful with real estate, whether or not you have a license. Now, what's the next part of this, which is, okay, Leland, if I get a license, what are my benefits? Cool, here are your benefits. If you get a license, you will gain access to something called the MLS, or the Multiple Listing Service. Now, it's going to change based on like the city or the state that you're in, but it's basically called the MLS. The MLS will allow you to see various properties that are being on the market, basically for sale. Now, the issue with this is that in many cases, you have to, if you're a beginner, you have to tie yourself to a local brokerage that's active, et cetera, et cetera. So you're going to pay a brokerage fee to the broker and their company. You're going to become a part of their company. You're going to hang your license underneath them. And then you're also going to pay additional money to have access to the MLS. Now, here's the thing about this. Even when realtors, there are thousands, if not millions of realtors that have access to the same MLS as you would, or as you do. And you'll notice that not all those realtors are doing business. Well, why is that? Like, how is that even possible? How is it that there are so many people that have access to, quote unquote, a lot of inventory, and yet they're not doing a lot of transactions? And the answer is quite simple. They don't take action. So you could literally be someone who chooses to be an investor. You can partner, have a relationship, like a professional relationship, with a realtor or realtors, and they can send you things like expired listings. They can send you listings that have been on the market for over 90 days, for over 100 days, right? They can send you listings that have in the description or title, seller financing, right? Or, as is, or needs to sell fast, okay? And the only difference between someone who's going to be successful and someone who's not is them being willing to take action. The license does not pre-qualify you or give you a prerequisite for success. That's not true at all. And I just want to make sure that I hammer this home, because I'm so shocked and kind of hurts my feelings sometimes when I hear people tell me about all the things that they've invested in as far as money, like whether it's for training, but a lot of times it's realtors, it's people who are getting into real estate and they think they have to be a realtor. And it hurts my soul, I'm like, wow, why'd you commit to that, right? The other thing is, when you're a realtor, you get paid via commissions, okay? You get paid via commissions. Now, here's the deal with this. Your commissions, even if you're the only realtor in the deal, your commission is going to be limited to that of 6%, no matter what. Your commission is going to be limited to 6%. Most realtors, because they have to go through a training process that is dealt by the state, most realtors are more comfortable and sometimes only know about doing deals that are cookie cutter, right? If the deal requires some finesse or some creativity, some savviness, some hard negotiation or things like that, most realtors they won't deal with it. Why is that? Because they're taught, hey, I need to find a home or a property or a commercial property to get my commission, to get my leasing fee, and that's it. They want to have a streamlined, cookie-cutter process to doing that. As a real estate investor, and if you're actually doing many deals, you'll find out that each property and each seller is different, and the issues that each seller or each property has is different, and that requires you to, one, learn how to negotiate. That requires you to learn options and ways to be creative. That requires you to understand creative financing, right? And that is the difference. So to answer the question, do you need to have your real estate license to be a real estate investor? The answer is no. There are tons of real estate investors that you know of that are quote unquote successful or have notoriety. Some of them have run for politics, right? And if you do the research, you'll find out that those individuals, they don't have a real estate license. And why would they want to? As an investor, the real estate license will restrict you in the type of transactions that you can participate in. When you are a licensed individual for a state, you are supposed to act in the best interest of those in the state. So if I was a realtor in the state of Nevada, I, as a licensed real estate sales professional, I need to act in the best interest of the general public. As an investor in, let's say, Las Vegas, Nevada, I, as an investor, am going to act in the best interest of my colleagues, my board, my investors, or the company overall. So you want to weigh those, right? You want to weigh those. And so there is a benefit. I'll say this: if you're looking to buy one property at a time, then the benefit with someone being a real estate agent or a realtor is that in the transaction, you could possibly use what you would have received as your commission, right? Let's say you get 6% commission. You could use that commission as part of your down payment. But guess what? If you're a savvy investor and you know how to structure contracts and agreements, you could use your assignment fee or your wholesale fee as part of your equity, as part of your down payment. You could structure a deal to where you receive a second mortgage or a seller carryback in doing a transaction. You can do that as a real estate investor. You can do that. As a realtor, you can only get paid or receive compensation via commissions. Okay? As a real estate investor, I can get paid by how I facilitate a transaction. Whether I'm adding a carry to it, whether I'm adding interest to something, whether I am assigning it, whether I'm creating a mortgage and then selling the mortgage to someone else. There are so many ways as an investor that you can earn income. As a realtor, you're really just focused right there. Now, you can make the decision on what you want to do. But as for me, once I found out that I would have more restrictions than benefits, I chose not to be a realtor. It's been great, okay? Haven't had any issues with it. However, everyone is different and you have the ultimate right to decide what's best for you. I hope this helped. If you have found any value, please let me know in the comments sections. And also let me know what questions that you might have that I can answer for you next. And let me know what videos also create for you guys next in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.